You're up.
All right. Good evening, Lunenburg. My name is Brett Ramsden. I'm the chairman of the Sewer Commission. We're going to start our meeting as usual with the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And moving right along. By the way, the time of our start is 6:48 p.m. And I have to state that in accordance with the requirements of open meeting law, please be advised that this meeting of the Sewer Commission is being recorded and will be able to be found on the Lunenburg Access YouTube channel after the meeting. The following information is also provided for members of the public that would like to participate in the meeting remotely. To participate remotely from a computer, please use the link to join the meeting, the public meeting webinar found on the posted agenda, or from a telephone, dial a toll-free number 888-475-4499 and enter the webinar ID number 287-854-4906. If you have not registered with Zoom, you will be asked for your name and email address. No participant ID is needed. Just press pound when asked. I will do a roll call vote to confirm that all members are present and can hear me. Members, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Scott Dahl?
Aye.
And Dan Proctor? No. Arthur Cadis?
Aye.
And Brett Ramsden is here. And Steph, when I call your name, please respond in the affirmative. Bill Bernard?
Here.
Bill Valeria? Bill Valia?
Andrew, I'm here.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Valeria?
Yeah.
Jane Ranley?
Here.
Yeah.
Hi, Jane. Thank you for being here. And now I'm going to ask if there's any public comment. Is there any public with us?
No public
Is
orders
there any comment from staff or commissioners? Hearing none.
Just we're glad to be back.
And wide guys are not included. We do have an announcement, and hope to see lots of Lunenburg citizens interested, but we have the Citizens Party Caucus will be held on March 9th, 2026 at the Middle High School auditorium at 7 p.m. for volunteer voting. All are welcome. We would love to see some new faces, and that's where we'll be. We're going to switch to current business now, and we're going to start by talking about the minutes from 12/9/25 and ask to have a
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
approve. Okay, do I have a second? The motion's been there's been a motion, it's been seconded. Arthur?
Aye. Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
And I for myself, the motion carries. The minutes are accepted. And now we'll jump into the sewer business manager, DPW director updates. We're going to jump right in with the user rates regarding the FY27. And I'm going to refer that to Andrew.
All right, so we have the raised rates this coming year, unfortunately. So what you see in front of you, we have, a couple different options of what rates, would be, what the total yearly revenue increase would be. I've also included 20% delinquent rate. So, you subtract all the delinquents just in case it's not at 20%, but if it was, just in case, what the revenue or added revenue would be per year, with option 1A, and then I have a it's one B at the end over here. So in 2024, July, we raised the rates 16% across the board. And going over the budget for FY 27, it's looking right now that I would see that we would need to increase the rates another 16%. The only thing that we're talking about though is, the minimum rate. I have the option to keep the minimum rate at a 5%, or do we want to just put it at a 16% increase across the board with the minimum rate and obviously the usage rate? So that's kind of where we're kind of,
As I recollect, we had a discussion about upcoming rates, what we planned to do last year for the coming years.
mhm.
And I believe please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is what we discussed last year. Is that right? And then,
In 2020, this will be before me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Right, you're correct.
Yeah.
Right, so at that point, we decided we weren't gonna go up because we had just gone up the year before. So we gave our customers a break.
Yeah.
But both Leominster and Fitchburg are charging us more.
Great.
So we have to keep up with that, right? We can't keep dipping into our reserves.
Right.
Because we'll run out eventually.
Yeah.
And as we go along, the betterment income that we're getting is declining,
Right.
right? Because people are paying off their betterments now. And I think they were on a 20-year schedule. We're coming up to that 20-year on a lot of them. So we're gonna be getting less money there, so
correct.
we gotta make it up in user rates. And the user fees, right?
yeah,
And the recommendation is 16%.
Well, that's one.
yeah,
Right.
I mean, that is one.
So, just, we'll talk about the minimum.
Right.
So the minimum charge right now is $133,
Mhm.
and that's what, 800,
Yeah, the
What is it?
usage rate,
Cubic feet of
cubic
water?
feet, yeah, at 800, and
Right.
it gradually goes up after that.
yeah. So anybody who uses less than that 800 still gets charged 133.
Yeah,
So our thought was, don't go up too much on that, because most likely the people not using that amount of water
Mhm.
are the elderly, right? Or a single,
Yep.
person living by themselves.
and
Right.
that's my original thought. Yep.
So we thought, keep that minimum lower,
Mhm.
right? They're probably paying a little too much anyway, right?
Mhm.
If they say they use 500, they're actually paying for 800.
Especially if they're a snowbird and
Yeah,
stuff too. Yeah,
yeah.
they're not even here for, I know we have a few of those.
Right.
They're not here for 4 or
Right,
5 months.
right.
Right, so that was our thought on that. And then the other users, they're using over the 800, so,
Mhm.
Yeah, so I mean, pass the increase on to the actual users. And
right,
And not.
they have more control over what they do. They could put low flow heads on and,
Right.
and slow down this. But
right.
Right.
That was,
So we're able to differentiate one from the other.
we can, yes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And so we can, does this require a vote this evening or just?
Well, I recommend we don't vote this evening, because we haven't finalized the budget for
Mhm.
next year.
Okay.
Right, so we're working with the new finance director on trying to get some answers. There's a few of the line items that we're not quite sure how they work.
Mhm.
Right, so last year I just put in numbers that were close to what we've done in the past.
Yep.
It probably worked, it'll probably work this year, we're probably close, but we wanna make sure,
Yes, yeah.
right? We wanna
Yeah,
make
we-
sure
yeah.
we're doing the best we can for our
Yeah.
customers.
Absolutely.
Cause, a rate increase,
No one wants a rate,
Nobody
but
wants a
we,
rate
yeah,
increase,
we,
right?
but we wanna make sure that we're
Yeah.
doing it,
right,
if we're gonna propose this rate increase, it's gonna be the correct way and
yeah,
the right way for everyone
Right.
involved, so.
right, we don't wanna say 16%
Right.
when it turns out we could have done 12%, right?
Of course.
Right? So we need to
Zero would be
finalize,
preferred.
yes,
Yeah.
right, we'd love to do
Yeah, we
that,
would
but
love
we
to,
just.
but, yeah.
But we have to pay for what's
Right.
Yeah.
going
Right.
to.
Our costs have gone up, so we have to pass that along.
But where are you getting the projected is so low for 2027 rates? your projection here on the rate increase.
That is lower than 2026, you mean?
Well, yeah, is much lower, so that's what I'm asking, kind of what's that based on only? Is that just hopefulness? Cause we're still at mercy of Fitchburg and Leominster's
Of course.
rates,
Right,
which we would have no idea what they're gonna do.
well, we know Fitchburg's going up, what, 7% for the next, like,
It was 5 years.
5 years, and I think Leominster was like 3%
Yeah,
for the next
3%.
few
Yeah,
years.
It was 2 years?
At least
at
two.
least two, yeah, I know, this past year was 3%.
But
Right.
where are we in their rate increases if we're looking at a 5-year schedule? Are we 2 years in? Are we 4 years in?
I think
Yeah,
we're in
we're the second year.
We're in the second year,
Right.
and is there any, I mean, what are the real guarantees? It's nice to say they're having a locked in rate, but in the end, if they're gonna go out of business, they're gonna raise the rates. This is just them saying, hey, this is our sliding scale, but could easily change too.
Right, they could come back and say, we're going up again.
Well, if you look at it in 3-year increments, you're looking at 11 to 13% every 3 years.
Mhm.
If you did an average of 3 years,
Yeah,
so you're looking at 32 here, 38. You're looking
But we also don't know if it could,
12,
Spike,
13,
too.
12.3% for
Mm.
3 years. That seems to be the rate, what it's going at every 3 years.
right, so we're
So-
doing it.
You're
Yeah.
due, and you're not at the 6%, you're right in that 32.3%
Mhm.
area, 38% area. So it's what, 11, 12.3% for 3 years. Right, 24 to 27, 22. This one's a different one though. This one is 7-year difference.
Correct.
213 and 220, that's 8%, in 7 years, but that could be population stagnancy. That could be anything else.
And yeah, I mean, the more people that do connect with the system, the better as well, it's more revenue.
Yeah.
Right, so it's hard to forecast how much money we need.
Mhm.
Because of usage, right? So last year, we had a drought, it was pretty
Mhm.
dry, so usage was down. This year, we got a lot of snow, right?
Mhm.
So I think when that melts,
Run on-
that
Yeah.
billing cycle, we're gonna see
Yeah,
higher.
But I heard of
Yeah, that
a
ain't nice.
drought that they're having now.
Huh.
Where's the drought that they're having now? Was it Leominster they're having a drought, or they're saying they haven't, even though,
No, it's because the snow is not melting.
well, it has.
Yeah,
well,
recently,
yeah.
so they're claiming there's a
Yeah.
drought already.
But, yeah, I mean, you only have to drive by the Cambridge Reservoir in Waltham to see that it's
Yeah.
way down again.
Yeah, because we just came out of the drought.
Yeah.
So now all the precipitation is sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Frozen.
I mean,
Yeah.
look, or late spring is gonna be great.
Saying drought right before they're raising rates probably, like, I don't know.
No, I mean,
no,
Yeah.
they raised the rates 2 years ago.
Right.
Okay, yeah, right.
Yeah.
trust me, it's supposed to rain like
Yeah.
Wednesday or something.
Yeah.
You're gonna,
Right.
you're gonna see
You're gonna
a spike of some.
Yeah, yeah.
People, we're gonna exist past 2027, we could see then what we wanna do. If we wanna do it 5%,
Right.
or 4%,
Mhm.
Right,
but we're already saying that we're going into reserves. We might as well be safe, I don't know, and just. that's
Well,
all.
I mean, you can only really address it 1 year at the time because you have
Right.
semi-hard
It-
costs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it depends on what, like I said, I would love, it would be great to be like, oh, yeah, guaranteed that we can do that.
We're one
Just, you know, but
pandemic
yeah.
away from
You
it,
know,
usage skyrocketing
Right.
again, so.
sure.
and it's, and I feel as though taking it, yes, user rates year by year is a little bit more thoughtful on the customers.
Yes.
So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look,
All the other rates.
I was only asking just because it was such significantly lower, but that's really, that really only covers the Fitchburg, Leominster disposal increases,
Mhm.
in a sense, right?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe a touch on maintenance, but yeah, really, it's not much of a,
Well, we've already funded what we want done for us, right? As far as the sewer.
budget's not done.
Yeah, so this is the budget for next year.
Okay.
Right,
Yeah.
this, yeah, coming up
Right.
next year.
Yeah, so if you look at that, a lot
Yeah.
of the lines.
Line
We
items,
say level fund, level
yeah,
fund.
yeah,
Some of them we went up because we know,
we're gonna
Costs are
need that,
going
yeah,
up.
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
But that, the biggest unknown is the usage, limit
Right.
of Fitchburg usage,
like what, yeah,
right? It all depends on use, right?
Yep.
So we know we have past history, so we kind of.
we do,
base
we
it
are
off of
basing it
that.
off that, like what, you know. We had some more money in the fund, but we need that money to pay our debts to Fitchburg and Leominster, so.
Yeah, and we also, like you said, we're, you know, looking at the the cash cow of the betterments,
Right,
you know,
and those-
running down, so now
Going
you
away.
have to find another source of income to fund, or, you know, services dwindle
Right.
and repairs don't get
Mhm.
done, and the system failures,
Yeah.
And
so.
then that costs more money.
And that costs more money.
Exactly, I've always been, yeah, I'm always the big proponent of preventive maintenance,
And the winters here are not gonna.
hence the next
Right.
pump
This-
replacement, but. Why I look forward to that, I don't know. But yeah, that's why I always, encourage you to, put extra money, extra asking capital expenditures and. You
Yeah.
can make. Concessions there when you need to, but in the end, you always gotta try to
Yeah,
keep the stuff upgraded, especially with
Yeah.
the increase in cost every year, labor cost,
Mhm.
I mean, at least fuel's down, but nobody. You don't see anybody take their fuel surcharges off invoices, do you? When it goes down? No. So anyways, yeah, I mean,
Oil drops by
if you guys are comfortable with
$2.
the 16%, if you think that
Hmm.
that's, we're gonna be limited, I mean. It's what we're gonna, have to do, and honestly, it's. In the past 20 years, it's still not
It's
even in the
still not,
top five
right, top
of
five of
increases,
increases,
yeah,
yeah.
right, so.
National Grid's going up on 9%, I think it is.
Mhm.
yeah, so our hope is at the next meeting to have the budget nailed down.
Right. Where-
And we'll know how much
Where
revenue,
you're right,
more revenue we need, and then we'll have. a
then I
good
can,
number
then I can adjust
For you.
if I need to adjust
Certainly.
and present a more precise, clear picture to everybody.
Oh, you did mention something that we needed to revisit, and I think the might have been pre-Arthur, but was once we got the new billing system, and you mentioned 20% of the delinquency rate,
Yeah.
just on average, how much, I remember it was higher than that, where are we at now?
It was about, what
Were
did we
we
say
like
last time?
25, 26, I'm just talking about
Yeah,
like,
it's
9
lower,
months ago, yeah.
it's lower,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was over 20.
Yeah.
Now it's a
a
little bit.
little bit, or.
Oh, that's great, I mean, cause that's why we
Yeah,
were
like
pushing for the partial
Right.
payments and stuff like
Right.
that, so people could.
Yeah, it's a little bit lower, but like I said, I did the 20% estimated,
Yeah, no, that was
SSD,
just, I didn't wanna interrupt you,
Yep.
it was just
Nope,
like
nope.
more of a throwaway.
People are selling their homes too, and at the sales, they're doing the payoffs too,
Right,
so
and the pay,
that-
yeah,
Right,
so,
that's
yeah,
happening. you
it
know?
does, so it's like,
yeah, we get the money eventually.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like we must have got the bootlegger, right?
we did.
Well, yeah, Kiko's there now.
Yeah. Okay, that was, I mean, all I had
Yeah.
on this.
So I guess. When we are trying to come up with the rate, did you guys like that idea of keeping the minimum lower?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Less of
Okay.
an increase?
it's like,
We can,
look, it's the only thing that we can control, and I like the way you were
Yeah.
looking at it,
Yeah,
because it is a pretty big concern, and it's a
Yeah.
pretty big percentage of our population right now too.
yeah, that's what I initially thought,
And as,
so,
It's good.
It's about-
as we know, as they move on, there's gonna be probably a younger family coming in, and now there's gonna be more usage and everything, so there's no reason to, if they're not even hitting the threshold,
like I
why
said,
raise
right.
the threshold?
and even, like I said, single person like myself that
Mm.
owns a home.
Yeah,
There's just one person, I use the minimum on my bill, so
yeah,
what, I mean, I like, it's helpful to me,
Of course,
you know, as a single income person.
Well, it helps your budget.
Yeah, you know,
retirees on,
No
I mean,
kids,
years
yeah,
ago,
without,
They've
yeah.
been here.
You know?
you know, so they've been here for decades, they
Right.
retire here, they're not coming from Florida to retire in Lunenburg,
Right,
you
right.
know, so.
And like I said, and especially like I said, those on fixed incomes, elderly,
Yeah.
the ones that have been here for many
Yeah.
years. So, yeah.
And you know, I hate to say it to other people that have vested interest in in the septic system, but it's still a better deal than pumping and maintaining a septic system.
Right,
Yeah.
right. One less, you know, a burden gone away.
Yeah.
You know, of another bill. You know.
Yeah.
Because pumping does cost too. So.
Excellent, gentlemen. So.
Well, we're just
Sure.
tabling this till we get more hard numbers on the
Right,
budget.
Unless you have.
But
other
we're agreeing on
questions,
this, on the pathway and direction of how we want
Yeah.
to be there next
That's what
time.
I'm hearing.
Yeah, plus it'd be good to have, you know, Dan here too.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Jan's input as well.
Yep.
All right, then, gentlemen, let's move on to the, annual report of FY 25. We do need to vote for this. Hand the reins back over to Andrew.
So I did send that annual report in an email. I don't know if you guys just got a chance to review it from Jane.
I briefly reviewed it.
Okay.
I've been a little tight on time lately.
Do we have it? Do you need it?
That's
Yeah,
a
we
quick
don't
review
have
now.
it, so I forget where I saved it.
And by the way, thank you, Jane, for coming up with that. It came out. We thought it came out great.
Welcome.
Andrew, did you send it to me or? Did it come from Jane?
Let's see. I have it. All right. I just you should, yeah, you do now
I forget where,
in your email.
where I saved it. it's not popping up in the email.
I just forwarded it.
Okay.
Is this number just homeowners?
I think I did see it, but
Or is it like a government housing too and everything?
No, I think,
See what I'm
I
saying?
think that's what we actually paid Lemonster and Fitchburg.
Yeah,
The Lemonster Fitchburg uses line,
Yeah.
is that
Right.
what, yeah, that's what we actually
Mhm.
paid.
Yeah.
Them for the service of accepting our waste.
Right. I don't know, baby, open up. Where'd it go?
Plus, we'll be able to
oh, it's the first one.
control our runoff issue once we get the right size manhole covered sealed up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we're working on that. Yeah.
Can you get it done before the snow melts?
I don't know.
Not
about
that piece of it.
I know.
Just out of curiosity, just for my knowledge, like when Leominster and Fitchburg calculate their usage, is it just on,
All right, there it
is
is.
it on government housing too? Or government housing is separate usage?
No, it's,
Yeah. No,
the sewer goes down the
Yeah,
pipe,
just-
we have
It
a
doesn't-
flow
Yeah,
meter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
full
it's
meter,
big.
yeah.
It's like the
So-
pump there, so it's everything that's in the pipe.
Everything. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, so there's the report.
So,
Oh, I did read this,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so I think Jane captured it pretty well, what the
Mhm.
commission did last year.
Yeah, we had a lot of moving parts.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
That line right there, 270, which have access. to town sewer, but are not yet connected, if, like we were talking about to the development, when we open up, if they wanna build homes, if their addresses are on streets that have possible connection, would that change?
Yeah, yeah, this is based on houses that were in place
Yeah,
now.
so if we know that
somebody comes
pathway that
in-
Scott was, not, all of us were talking about, like, when the builders come in, to
Yeah,
not have exigent circumstances all the time to make it easy for easements. We have more people connecting to get rid of, adding on to those 270, right? Cause we build on that road and then the other people have access too, right? Would that change, that 270 like that?
Well, if that whole street came online,
That's what
but
I'm saying.
but it's probably only what, 15 houses or
Right, but if
something on the
we have
street,
that
like,
mindset,
yeah.
if that mindset is placed all the way through. The
Well,
future building of,
It's basically 270 that are within our
Service.
zone,
Service.
right,
Okay.
but not tied.
Right, that's not
right,
tied in.
but some properties are big and the developers seem to be coming in and
Subdivided.
putting like 4 houses.
Hmm.
But we see it as 1 lot, they see it as 4, so yeah, it's, that number can change.
Yeah.
But it all comes down to capacity of what Leominster and Fitchburg can handle,
Mhm.
but we're in good shape there
Mhm.
with both.
Yeah.
Last I knew, we do have some wiggle room there.
We do,
Yeah.
we do.
What's ARPA funds, just for the sake of not knowing the acronym.
For,
these state ones.
American, what was it, Recovery. Something Act, just the COVID
Yeah.
money, right?
yeah,
It was, okay,
Yeah.
okay. You know, yeah, cause this covered the pump too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, Mass One, was it Mass One?
Pump station,
Yeah, there we go, Mass One.
that started back up in the spring, right? Was it? Yeah.
Yeah,
It's always good to remind people of clogs.
Mhm.
no dude bites.
And we've had less issues since that.
Yeah, we made a big
Mhm.
push and it helped a lot. Yeah, so you see the top line there, we had $302,000 in retained earnings to balance our budget. We wanna try to reduce that this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's only so much, right, funds you can dip into, right? Capital reserve. Okay, yeah, it's. I was just saying, I was just gonna say about the
Yeah.
ADU thing.
Right,
yeah.
so we started that discussion.
Yeah.
Mhm. But there'll be. What's our timeline on, do we have to, change that wording, coming up for the
Yeah.
town warrants?
Oh, yeah, yeah, we wanna do.
Yeah,
that
we have
this
that, yeah, we have
town
to,
meeting. They gotta get something.
yeah, it's, the deadline's coming up, right?
Yeah.
Like literally a few weeks, right, on the warrant?
Yes, it is.
Because we've had a lot of change.
No, remember we were going to, we needed to up,
yeah,
when we did the ADU thing, we adopted certain wording, and now we want it to be consistent with the other regular rates in the bylaws,
Yeah.
that takes, you know, an act of, a warrant, and then, basically,
Yeah.
it's not a town vote, but it is town count, no, I'm sorry,
Town meeting.
town meeting.
yeah, well, it is, yeah, you're right, it'll end up on the big board, and you get
Yeah.
to,
Mhm.
play with the transponder and vote yea or nay.
Do you gentlemen have any questions regarding the?
No, do we need to take a vote?
We do have
To
to
accept
make
that?
a- so,
That's what happened.
There you go,
Motion.
you can make a motion.
I make a motion to accept the summary of the year For this,
Sewer
The
business.
town report, yeah.
I'll second that motion.
All right, and
You can
we have
call.
a motion for the annual report FY 25 to be voted on. It's been seconded. And I will start with Scott this time.
Aye.
Arthur, and I for myself. The annual report passes as written for FY 25. Thank you, gentlemen,
Thank you, Jane.
Yeah, thanks,
Thank you.
Jane.
and thank you, Jane. And moving on, we've got the third quarter FY 26 billing. We need a couple of signatures.
Yep, so the billing for Q3 has been mailed out. It was mailed out on
Mhm.
February 3rd. So bills are actually due on,
It's pretty good. I
March
think I
4th.
actually got my bill in the mail,
oh, you did? Okay.
like, a few days after the text.
Oh,
So it was pretty close.
okay, all right.
Yeah,
That was quick,
pretty
yeah,
fast.
all right.
But we should, this is another, probably a Munis thing, but I don't remember seeing do we want to ever do a paperless option?
I don't know if we,
I-
I mean,
The fact that we have the text ability, right, and the bill goes out and you can send out the automated things, is there a way to shut off the paper statement from being mailed? That's gonna save you
for
on.
us, no, because it's in Munis, so it's, and it has to, yeah, and yeah.
I'm only looking at
The
between
billing,
postage
yeah.
and labor and material.
and protect against fraud though, too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if we're just doing all digital, people could be just answering back to any.
No, but you decide if you wanna opt in. I'm only saying
Yeah.
where I subscribe to the text and stuff, and matter of fact, I
Right.
think you can
So-
pay from the link,
So I think,
you know.
that is like the UniPay
Yeah,
portion of it, but when it comes to like the actual billing part, I don't really have anything to do with the UniPay, I just get, so Munis sends out, it's kind of a code,
Mhm.
specific code, different format.
no, that's fine, I was
So,
just asking,
yeah.
cause in a
The-
sense, I have almost all my stuff.
Right.
It's paperless,
So,
but,
so unfortunately, like the system that we use there's just no email,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't think we have the capability.
capabilities for that, so. Yeah,
okay,
so they have to,
hey,
yeah.
look,
So
just ask.
whoever does sign up for, the paperless bill, you'll still get the email, you have the option to pay it online, but you're always
Well,
gonna
so
get.
saying I get the text, I was saying,
Yeah.
can you opt out of the mailing? That's what I
yeah,
was saying,
I mean,
You go
like,
text.
usually those kind of go
You could-
hand in hand, but.
so yeah, it's like, when you do a bill run, it would kind of like, we could do that, but then I'd have to have a list of who doesn't want. a
No,
paper bill,
no,
yeah.
cause that's,
Yeah.
that's,
So
that-
it
that's,
just
that's
wouldn't- yeah.
defeating the purpose.
Yeah, it wouldn't, unfortunately.
Okay, hey, look, postage is a line item.
I know, yeah, it is, but yeah.
These people.
So we need to vote on the commitment,
I'll like commit.
to
So
accept the commitment.
the quarterly billing for FY, the third
For the
quarter.
third quarter, right?
Yep,
Third
was
quarter commitment.
200, yep.
Yeah.
It was $296,299.21.
I'll make a motion to accept the third quarter billing.
Second that.
We have a motion to accept the third quarter billing. It's been seconded. Arthur,
Aye.
Scott,
Aye,
and I for myself. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And
and then
Get
we
the
can,
signature?
we
Yeah,
can sign
yeah,
it, yeah.
yeah.
So we'll get that over.
There's Arthur, there's not a couple pages.
Yeah.
Got it.
That way we don't leave without. I mean,
that's right.
Mm,
not that we've ever
And
done.
this is,
No,
It's 2 pages.
Damn humans.
I think that's just the last.
yeah.
So we need a brief discussion regarding Waterworth. Gentlemen, before we start with that, can you give us a quick definition?
So
The water.
we had, there's a consultant from Waterworth.
Waterworth, so we got a cold call
Yeah.
from, a salesperson from Waterworth.
Okay,
And we listened to their spiel and they have this slick program. It's all on the cloud. So we would give them all our data, all our usage
Usage,
for the
no,
past
yeah.
few years. You give them, you know, your expenses, your anticipated expenses, your capital plans.
Mhm.
They put it all into this computer program they came up with, and it'll spit out recommended rates going forward. It's really slick. They look really nice.
It's a big time saver, I'm guessing.
It could be. One of the drawbacks though is it's an annual subscription. And what was the cost for?
For the basic, like I said, we're, you know, how we're doing,
Yeah, they have different
calculations, yeah, we're,
And we're only looking at the basic level.
yeah, basic level for, you know, user rates, you know, for future increases, and that was $5,000, yeah, $5,000.
$5,000 per year.
Well, what exactly would the advantage be?
So right now, we're kind of struggling to come up with a rate, right? And we're only kind of looking at 1 year. With this, all the data's there, you know, and they could forecast out future years. Right, and you can do different scenarios. You could say, well, we're gonna do this capital project in this year, and you know, and then it'll show you what the rate should be. And then you say, oh, maybe you change your mind, we're gonna do that capital project 2 years out. Or maybe we're gonna do a big capital project and, you know, put the sewer down Chase Road. So we're gonna have to take a
Right,
little
so-
loan for
yeah.
that, so you can put in that.
So it's like kind of
That-
it gives you that, yeah, that,
Right.
I guess that
Forecast?
forecast where
so-
like, we would still have to input the
No, but
data.
it's giving you
but-
the capital
Yeah,
plan
but we
too,
would
Yeah,
be able to
the
go
projections
back and
for
forth. if we
when to
don't-
schedule projects and.
yeah.
Yeah,
My question is, how much is that actual taking our numbers and then adding maybe, environmental incentives or green incentives in their processing? Like, are they using an algorithm or are they using something that adds more to rate increase? What goes behind it? The ingredients behind the rate increase, is it the same? Or is it something that they add something to it that the state's trying to push that,
Well, it sounded like it was only from the data that we give.
right, they don't have something that's added, that's,
you know.
Well,
yeah.
no, I reading, and
That's just
you
a
guys
question
got
I
the
have.
full presentation, when I could pull
Yeah.
up the web in some reviews. Of course, they protect all that stuff because it's their proprietary data, but. I mean, they're also pulling surrounding towns rates, I mean, they just get a big.
Estimation.
like it's. cast a big net.
Anticipating guesses, but they're also doing a lot of the budgeting with, if they're planning out the capital expenditures and especially they're gonna know when, like, our loans are coming off, when's gonna be the next time that we should put in for another big project or, you know, whatever, they can forecast it, and I love that stuff and, you know, but when it comes down to it, the $5,000 you said was just a rate projection? I mean, was
Yeah.
he saying that that level doesn't do like the capital
Yeah,
planning?
yeah, that would be a different
Well,
tier.
we still do the
Yeah,
capital
we still-
planning.
yeah.
No,
We
I'm
give them the
talking
data.
about with them projecting. Yeah, I'm saying, so even to get
Rates.
their input.
Yeah.
Right now, the 5,000 would only them calculating rates, not the other
Right,
little
right.
bells and whistles.
Yep.
Right, but to calculate the rates, they need that data, right? They need,
Mhm.
oh, we're gonna spend, you know, $100,000 next year, $300,000.
No, what I was saying is them coming back to you with it, because then, like, looking, when it comes to the IT and ERP things on the financial software. The one thing you have to ask yourself, does the $5,000 save you $5,000 in salary
Right.
in
That's
time?
what that was for.
So that's really what it comes down to. So if they're saying it only does the rates, are you gaining any or freeing up hours, or, you know, are you getting $10,000 worth of salary saved by spending 5,000? So that's, you know, usually the real
Where it has
question,
value.
what's its saving you on clicks and just your time in front of a computer.
Right,
Then there's another angle to it all, isn't there? If we, we make our final decision on a rate, it's still based on estimations of our own, if you
Mhm.
will.
right,
And I guess worst case scenario is we estimate too high. So what's the question, I guess, could be what's the effect on our customers? I mean, if we're a percent high or 2% high, it may not be that big a deal, especially if, the following years, we certainly we'll take that into consideration for any future rates because the money's not going anywhere. Whereas if it's likely that we're going to be off by 5% for everybody, I could see that potentially being worth it. I just don't expect us to be that far off, I guess is what I'm wondering, or
So is it
what's the
worth it?
likelihood of being that far? So I mean, I'm just thinking, I'm throwing out spaghetti on the wall here, just,
no, that's,
Yeah,
that's
that-
good,
yeah.
yeah, you're right, if we go too high, people are gonna get upset, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not our goal.
No.
of course.
Right?
Well, we could always just blame one.
We're here to
Yeah,
try and
Yeah.
save everyone money and streamline it the best we can.
right. Yeah, so will they do a better job forecasting rates than we do? Yeah, right, cause they have the software, but like Scott said, is it worth $5,000?
Hmm. That's
I
the-
should-
And
Struggle
that's
with it.
just for that, and
Right,
then is
right.
there more worth in buying an upgraded plan, like what are you
Right.
getting from that? I mean, is it saving you, you know what I mean? So just here's the dumb math. You have 2,080 work hours a year
Mhm.
and $5,000, so that's costing you $2.40 an hour to use the software. So you kind of look at it like that. Is that gonna take more off of an employee time? You know what I mean? And making that an easier process by, as this town loves the word outsource, right? Outsourcing it, does it free up more time? It doesn't, cause look, in this time, with all the budgets and everything you're talking about, what's killing, I'll only say this town is the fact of your salaries. It's not the salaries, it's the cost of benefits that the town incurs. So if you're paying somebody 70 grand, you're probably paying 60 and 40 to 60 in benefits. So that's why there's such an outsourcing. So if this is a minimal cost and we can get $15,000 worth of work out of it, then but only you guys would know what it's really gonna free up. And, you get the hard sell and a cold call. These guys they're just giant database managers and, they're gonna put all their variables in and tell you what they think. There's no guarantees, but
Right.
it,
Yeah.
of rates and stuff, but in the end, it's what kind of time saver. Unfortunately, in this day and age, that people say they don't like AIs taking away jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
In this sense, it's coming in after the fact. You guys
Mhm.
aren't hiring anyone else.
No.
And so will this help the efficiency of your current staff?
You could ask them that question.
Well, no, they're gonna say
You know what I
yes,
mean?
but
Well, I
I'm
mean,
talking about
we
they
can
have
talk
to
about the
figure out
times.
if what you guys are spending, and I know. I know what Bill's time spent putting together you haven't seen his full electronic spreadsheet yet. It's pretty good. But yeah, he's the plug and play, but how much time, are you guessing on calculations and guessing growth? Is it gonna save time? Because $5,000 is quite frankly a fraction of your salary if you are the one that is doing this. So that now it depends if it's somebody else, it's hourly, now it's taking overtime away. So it's saving rates on overtime, which makes it even more valuable. So,
Right, so we asked them, who around us is using it,
Mhm.
And it turns out the Lunenburg Water District just signed up with them
Hmm.
in the town of Concord. So we have connections in both places. So I haven't been able to reach out to either yet, but
Yeah,
that, I think that's my next step is talk to those two and see how it's helping them.
Hmm,
Oh, yeah,
That'd be great.
and yeah, if it is, or, yeah, you know,
Yeah,
and there's not a ton of towns that have the full separate water and sewer, so maybe they give you the buddy deal, the package deal, you know. Oh, you're already here.
It is that rate gonna go up? You know.
I would be curious
they
to,
gave us options for that. We could go with like a 5-year plan and it brings it down a little bit per year.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest signing up more than one, yeah.
Yeah, it's
1 year to
first
do
year,
that, you know.
right, yeah.
is this a New England company? Is this a national
I think
company?
they're a national.
Now, where would the ask be in here? Is this in your, I mean, this is a new ask and the budget's already proposed, so where do you even, is this something you're
Right.
putting out to
Yeah.
next year? Like, that's what I'm saying.
I would
like, where-
say, like,
Where do you?
because we're already working on this year, so I would think that
Yeah,
if we're
no.
gonna do it, we would have to incorporate it for FY 28, but
And that gives us
Yeah.
time to,
it would give everyone
Talk
time,
to
yeah.
the other towns
Yeah.
and see how.
Well, and I'm sure water's not coming on board with it tomorrow, you know.
Yeah, it sounds like they're new.
They're probably a year
Right.
out.
Yeah,
at
newer
least.
into it,
Yeah,
yeah.
before they see a benefit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to research that stuff because they keep it so tight, but if you guys have the access and stuff, you can
Right,
start
right.
asking for sample reports
Right,
and
and see
stuff
that
like
way,
that
yeah.
and see if you can tie it into what you're already having to do. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like, you're paying $2.40 an hour for work hours, when you look at it that way. So is that gonna save you that time, you know? Because whatever, you put it in your budget, the town's looking at it, the people are looking at it as just an increased cost. So you're gonna have to show them,
Right.
if it's a threefold saving, it's almost a no-brainer, but you're still gonna sell the $5,000.
Mhm.
Right.
Or whatever the increased level is.
Mhm.
So, I mean, only, you know, and we as a commission can look at it all day, but realistically, it comes
Right.
down to you guys if it's gonna be helpful, for you.
Or they're gonna put you out of a job, you don't wanna do that. So-
It's not gonna.
Well,
do that.
it's not gonna-
It doesn't do that.
Yeah,
But
good.
that's what I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
there's not the AI
Yeah, no,
backlash,
it was like-
that this is, you're
Yeah,
using this instead of hiring somebody else. Right now, you're trying to alleviate the
said,
workload, so
yeah.
somebody can, either you can cut
Oh, then it'd
some
be a
of
no-brainer.
your labor cost of overtime, or, you know, which nobody really wants to see, but in the end, it does.
You'd be happy to know I don't actually get overtime.
Well, yourself.
Yeah.
right? So- No, but that's what I'm saying. I didn't know who it affected. So
Right.
that's what I'm saying. So now, you know, are you better served, you know, working more of the functionality with Munis and stuff, you know what I mean? Of getting stuff worked out of it, you know what I mean? So it's just stuff like that. There's other projects that your skill set's probably being wasted, you know, doing a couple clicks when you could be, you know, working on another project or even like the preventive maintenance stuff, you know?
Right,
So,
right.
That's,
but in the end, I don't want this $5,000 to take away from the big capital, you know,
Right.
Right.
plans. Would I rather have the aging lines replaced than pumps? Yeah, you know,
Yeah,
so.
of course, yeah.
That's what I'm saying, it's that double-edged sword, and some people
Yeah.
just see, you know, oh, you're gonna increase $16,000 and, I'm sorry, 16%, and you
Right,
want
right.
to
That's what.
charge
yeah.
$5,000.
let's go with the plan and have Bill
Yeah.
reach out to Groton and
Get
Concord and
information.
maybe
Yeah, and more information.
another one if you know about it and just get their point of view.
My experience is they will give you sample reports.
Yeah.
I
So,
think they did.
yeah,
Yeah.
so, but I'm saying only you guys are gonna be able to know
Right.
if those are
It
gonna
would-
tie into
yeah.
what you're already
What we're
doing, cause you're not trying to reinvent the wheel, you're
No.
just trying to streamline
Yeah,
your process.
Right.
All right, And this will certainly be something to put on a future agenda.
Yep, absolutely, yeah.
Excellent. So next on our agenda, we've got the sewer bylaw tie-ins to talk about. And what are some of the specifics there we have to?
So I don't think we have to really address anything. Well, not anything, but I'm not sure because did remember, like I said, that was a discussion that we had in December, in November,
Yeah.
with the verbiage of
Yeah, we have to get on the.
being address specific. But I'm not sure if we really need to. Do we want to really put address specific? Because it does.
I thought it was
say-
already there.
It's already there,
Yeah.
kind of there if you read it as to, connections to different buildings, a separate and independent, building shall be provided, or sewer system shall be provided to each building. So I mean, that's address.
But I also thought
right
it
there.
was,
Um,
we were, that was, I believe, Dan had proposed that or whatever, but I think there was something that
There was
tied
a-
into more of our discretion of.
Okay.
But I don't remember if we wanted
I
to
think the
talk to
verbiage
town
was-
council about it.
The verbiage was supposed to be simple and direct, right? To,
Mm.
to
Yeah,
avoid,
I-
avoid
So maybe
somebody
confusion.
coming in and trying to finagle the bagel.
Trying to sue the
Going
town.
around it.
Yeah, it was, because Dan said something that simple, address specific, I
Right.
think was the verbiage.
Yeah, if he wanted the tie-in on, which, look, I agree with it if we can
Yeah.
do it,
Right.
too,
Yeah.
the tie-in on the street, I mean, of course.
Right. Okay.
There's the exceptions of if they're not in the sewer district, we,
Right,
Yeah.
if they're already there,
there's nothing we can do,
Yeah.
which would be kind
but
of
that's case by case.
no, but it would be a very interesting argument if you, like the one we were talking about,
Yeah.
And
here,
this is
but
what we are.
that's but that's in our district. I'm talking about if we were on that very edge and
Right.
the new stuff was going with a possible connection, but it wasn't in our overall expansion
Yeah.
plan or,
Territory.
however
Yeah.
it's worded.
Okay.
The public sewer zone, I don't know what we even call it, I don't
Yeah.
even know. It's still weird to me that it's not the whole town, but that's,
It's the curtilage, it's the
um,
curtilage of the.
but yeah, so. I mean, I don't know, do we have to go? Run
Can we
it
go
by
back on notes and see
town
the-
council,
Can we go back on our notes and see what we
On the what?
discussed?
would be in the minute.
Yeah, in the
Yeah,
minute,
it would be,
to
yeah, it
see
would be.
Well,
But-
what
could do
we
that, yeah.
said for the verbiage.
Yeah. Would you be able to give us a little anecdote from that, for the next meeting?
Yep, no, absolutely, yeah. okay.
Well, yeah, because at
Yeah.
the same time, we have to work on the verbiage for the warrant.
Yep, and we're,
Yeah.
working on, so, yeah,
And
there's a lot of,
we're not done discussing
They still doing it?
what's that?
They still want to build it?
oh,
Did we hear anything back?
We haven't, but I'm sure they will.
yeah, we haven't heard anything
Well, we
yet.
have We have a continuing discussion regarding people, tying in from their,
Oh,
from a road that they're connected to versus getting,
oh, the easements.
the
Yeah.
easement
Right,
situation, but
Mhm.
beyond that. we
No, but I
wanted to
believe
push- We wanted to sort of force people's hand to,
No, but I think it
yeah.
was, I thought there was a follow-up to, we had denied an application, but we were asking about, does it set precedent, but it doesn't, because they said there's something with the wording that every hearing or decision is a case-by-case individual
Right,
basis,
yeah.
and that's where I think that's where it came, where we were covered on the address.
yeah, and we
Too, but-
wanted
that's what it
to-
came in.
we want people to tie in with their.
Dan
new
was
address.
the one that was really,
Yeah, okay, all right.
on that, so he may remember, but we can go back, that was probably
3 meetings ago.
end of November's
Yeah,
meeting or
November.
something, yeah,
Yep.
shouldn't be too hard to find.
No.
Alright.
Our notes aren't very long.
Easy,
Yeah.
that's Dave.
And then, if everyone's all set there, We do need to talk about, what's left of our winter meeting times
Okay,
and, through May. And so the thought was, to change our in-person meetings, regularly from 7 p.m. to 6 p.m.
well, that worked out well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I was in my driveway going, okay, I was gonna rest before the meeting. and-
If that's more convenient for everyone, I don't,
All right.
I live 5
yeah.
minutes away.
Yeah, that's.
How does it work for you?
Good, I came in, once I hung up, I was here.
Yeah.
Yes.
5 minutes.
And the thought
get pulled over.
process on that is, because as we know, our director's fairly busy with a lot of the other,
Yeah,
committees and everything else that
Yeah.
he
Right.
works
I got a
on.
little
Like
bit of
so-
Tuesday.
And commute wise, just, with
Sorry.
the snow and everything, I feel as though
Apologize.
it would make, life a little bit better for
Good.
our director.
I'm
So-
fine with it. Well, yeah, so
He's a
basically,
gentleman, let's give it to him.
our regular meeting times are just gonna be 6 p.m.
Right,
going
so we'll
forward,
just-
At
it would
least
just-
for the foreseeable.
It would be a
Yeah,
little bit easier to
yeah.
remember if we keep it all the
Just-
same anyway.
Yeah,
Six PM, and then, yeah, and then if we, we wanna revert back or if it doesn't work, one set, but
Maybe we
I
can
don't-
talk about it in May.
yeah, we can talk about it then.
Yeah, 'cause
So,
you'll be busy then, and you might be out of town and 7
I'm
o'clock.
out of town a lot now. I'm working in Fitzwilliam, New Hampshire, so.
Ah,
Oh, right.
Notice,
yeah,
I'm in,
You're in
work mode here,
civilian
so-
clothes.
but I made it. But it is what it is. I mean, meeting nights isn't every night, like,
Right.
so,
Right,
Mhm.
and I'm on board with 6 o'clock meetings. It's kind of nice to.
okay,
I mean, they still have the Zoom option if somebody wasn't.
Correct.
Was
Right.
falling behind, so.
Yep.
Yeah. I know Dan's not here to chime in on that, but you've discussed a little bit. We talked about it a little bit before, didn't we?
just like a little bit, it's not
Yeah.
very, not,
Do you ever get any feedback from Dan on that?
I don't think so, I don't think I've mentioned it to Dan, so.
But, I mean, we're all on board, so we can, do we have to vote on this or?
It would be a vote, yes, because it is changing our commission times
Yeah.
in general, so.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, if I could
I'll
vote.
make a motion to change our meeting times to six
In-person
PM,
meeting.
in-person meeting, so, well, I mean, yes, our in-person meeting times to 6 PM.
I second that.
All right, we've got a motion. It's been seconded. Arthur?
Aye.
Scott?
Aye,
And I for myself. Thank you, gentlemen. And now we're looking to scan over our future agenda items, which a lot of them have already been covered. Along, of course, with whatever the director and manager need to add, of course.
Mhm.
You gentlemen, commissioners, can you think of anything else that needs to
for
be
future agenda, I would,
future agenda items?
I don't know if this is more under. No, cause I
Let's
guess
throw it out
I
there.
could ask here, where we have potential. And we're still looking for volunteers and everything, but where we have the, at least the potential of one coming on board at this point, is it? I understand that the town, could make an exception and add them. Do we have this person go to the caucus and get on the ballot? At this point,
just waited.
it might be a faster
Process?
process
Yeah.
than it seems to be in the past. It would, I mean, it puts us a few months out, but when is the actual, I forget when is the town vote? For,
For
town election, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
To get on the ballot, is it like July 1st? I don't remember.
I believe it's May.
Oh, yeah, right, because
May.
May.
It's
the
after
commission
town.
starts July
After,
1st.
okay.
Yeah. And then, we gotta talk to you too, so.
Mhm.
Cause I think there you go, right there. So your commission's
Yeah.
expired.
I mean, the
Gotta go to
citizens,
And get on the
that,
Sadly, I
the
might not
citizens-
be here, considering moving, so,
Really?
yeah, considering Florida, so.
That's all right. You're not going in the summer, so.
Might be happening pretty quickly. We'll see.
All right,
We'll see.
let us
I
know.
gotta taste
If not,
it.
I'm dragging you down to the caucus.
It hit my
That's
lips.
how I feel after this.
You know, and that was it. I was like, what tastes so good when it hits your lips, you know?
All right then. Without further ado, we could talk about old business, but that's generally been covered already. And then if there's any public comment or comment from commissioners or staff, we'll be talk about future meetings.
Nope, well, I guess I would just put it out there to the public that if you wanna weigh in on our potential rate increase, our next meeting would be the time to do that.
Yeah,
That's
Mhm.
excellent.
that is good.
Which is,
That
our
would-
next meeting is,
Yeah, well, I'm gonna announce that.
well, I know, but I was just trying to follow up.
February 24th.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes. So our upcoming schedule for sewer commission activities, our next one will be February 24th. It's gonna be a Zoom at 6 p.m. Following that, we have our first official 6 p.m. in-person meeting here at the DPW building on March 10th. And then March 31st, 2026 would be 6 p.m. Zoom meeting. And then April 14th would be our regular hybrid meeting here at the DPW building. 14th of April at 6
Yeah,
p.m.
that's my birthday.
Wait, this is 14th?
We can have a sewer cake, yeah.
I'm the 16th, so we can.
There you go. Yeah, sewer cake thing, another meeting. All that dude,
Yeah,
like,
without further ado,
Yeah, but I would
would anyone like to?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
second.
All right, we've got a motion to adjourn. It's been seconded. I'll start with Arthur again.
Aye.
Scott?
Aye.
And I for myself. Good evening, Lunenburg. Thank you for your time.